I have a poem that I did about a movie that Natalie Portman directed. And so she's an incredible director. It may have been the only one she's done so far, but she also acted in it. So I wrote this poem. So I guess you would call it an ekphrastic poem. The name of the movie was called A Tale of Love and Darkness, and I expanded that into the title. But it was also not an American film, it was an Israeli film. I cannot wear these glasses.
Jack.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Sure.
Late 40s in Palestine. A tale of love and darkness, a silver fox and snow. Once upon a time, a village was abandoned. Even rats took their leave. The rain, the birds cleaned everything. Till the one left behind appeared in the doorway, the light of his shadow about to begin to rebuild. As conqueror after conqueror came and went, and Jerusalem devoured her lovers with romantic melancholy and stone walls. Imagine here, now, a poet, a worker, a country to conquer, then rebuild. The Jews have fled many lands, the guns, the knives of many people. If you were not dead, you fled. Even the British could betray you. The walls here are thick, clotted with old mortar, stone, and centuries of those who never left, who always called this home. Now doors are made of steel. Women work in silence or mutter old songs to see if God is still listening. Old songs, new threads, always something needing mending, and those quiet ones we lost in darkness. Here, blood-red hands make a simple meal. Beets, carrots, cabbage, greens, a ladle to wash away sins. Add some sugar, rhyme, and reason. If you must choose between telling a lie or insulting someone, choose to be generous, Mother said. I'm allowed to lie? Sometimes, yes. It's better to be sensitive than to be honest. Let's plant a garden, our own little farm, like ancient times. We'll drive the stakes, call it ours, no one gets it back. Earth, man, blood, red, silence, a new story, ours. We'll start with women's laughter, a young son in the hall, sisters and gossip, till the time you leave home, your first pregnancy. A stray cat on the fence. How to get your life back before they call you grandmother. Who are they to design you? Who are they? Here sidewalks filled with gray people, stones of lighter brown, wooden boxes, dressers, tables, old metal washpans, many houses filled with many families. This is how we get it started, how we run from darkness toward forgetting. My mother would go off on her own, past the stone walls, stone floors, a few thousand years of mortar sweating. I could not imagine the stone, the floors. Mother. When visiting an Arab home, remember your manners. Stay out of adult conversation. Answer briefly, politely. We are afraid of these people, our neighbors. They dance to French music, serve pastries, and make us very uncomfortable. We'll send you to the garden. The stones are very, very old and have longer memories. Beautiful children who speak our language, study piano, think Hebrew is very beautiful, desire to live in peace with mutual respect. She plans to write poems in French, English, Arabic. Asks, is there interesting Hebrew poetry? Of course, I say, the tribe of sufferers. Can you climb trees, she asks. Yes, till the link breaks. The line closes, never to see her again. My uncle whisks me away. Till then it was right, and we saw each other honestly. Now it is all gone. The link, the chain, poetry in Hebrew and Arabic, the weight of her. It is very dry, but I love to read among the flowers, the beautiful old buildings, the mosques. Do you remember the word flower? A combination of two, a similar root, a scent to lure insects and fertilize the plant, my weakness for words, and all the boys were courting her. Here the old foundations and olive groves, a dense canopy to shelter, missiles in the distance, new ruins, stones, their memory, and I, an old man, the young men gone to fight, that one young man lost. Father said, if there is a war, when there is a war, we will win the war. And what we do when we win will be who we are when they are gone, and every sign of them will become our new story, our sad story. But our garden grew. Our brain remembers the land, the sea, the stars, the sky, Beethoven's music, great plays and books, and all the dinosaurs, the old hopes and passions, mistakes and fantasies, mud thrown on clean clothes, their clothes, the other, the same street you walk upon, your grandmother's scorn, her heart torn. What more is needed to tear you down? A little makeup to hide the truth? You can find hell and paradise in every room. A little meanness and people are hell to each other. A little compassion, a little generosity, and people find paradise in each other. Each truth, or what you make of truth, a good book, poetry, the old songs, new greens from our garden, and that lie, the truth of that lie. Nobody knows anything about anyone, not even about ourselves. We know nothing. It's better to live without knowing anything than to live in error. The Jewish nation lives with 33 votes, but where does the girl in the garden go? So soon we burn our neighbors' homes, add sandbags and mourning, knowing the worst conflicts are those between two persecuted peoples. On harsh Jerusalem stone, the Jew hating the Arab, thinking him anti-Semite. The Arab hating the Jew, thinking him European colonialist. And then my mother's friend died, beyond the boundaries of her story. The suffering wasn't romantic at all. I held her through the night. Then we returned to our new homes. My mother stopped telling her stories. She went to the stone walls now and again, her place of drowning. Then she would follow me home, quiet and closed and full, like a well in a deserted village surrounded by dark birds, dark thoughts. Finally, my mother sleeps beside me, where we hide and tell ourselves the truth. It is enough. Pete?